Good Monday. How is everyone today? How are you doing today? Ho ho. Well, wait, we can't do ho ho. Oh man, can you do ho 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 in July? You could do ho ho ho. I mean, damn, go down to Atlanta. Go to Baltimore. Go to Dallas. Man, pick a street in Houston and tell me that you aren't gonna hear a ho ho ho. You know what I'm talking about? It'd be like, oh, hey ho, ho, get over, huh? That sort of thing. You could do ho 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 in July. Shoot, we're doing it. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with it, but good to be here with everybody. I hope you guys are doing well for yourselves out there. Welcome to beginning of the week. It's July 22nd, and we are back from a little break that we took. I had to take a break, guys. It just, life was getting a little complicated, and I was just backed up with so many, so many things going on. I took too much on my plate, but so I had to take a couple weeks off. So, but again, it's good to be here with all of you guys, and look, man, I don't have any quips or puns or anything to like cater to you guys today. I just don't got it in me today, and to be honest, man, I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. That's just what it is. I don't know what's going on with me. It's been going on for like a good week. I've been getting about 4 hours of sleep, and I don't know what's keeping me up at night. I had some sort of insomnia or something's going on with me. I'll fall asleep for like 4 hours. But then the next day, I'm just like, I just feel like a dang sloth, man, just slothing around, just But so last night, I said enough of all this. I gotta do something. I gotta get some sleep. So I went out and I bought those sleepy elephants. Bought a bottle of those things, those gummy melatonins. And, and on the back it says, take 2 of these things. And I'm like, well, dang, dude, I need 2. I don't think 2 is going to do it, And me, I've been trying to keep myself awake with drinking damn caffeine and taking damn these things seem to work a little bit. These neuro mints, man. They'll keep it going for about a couple hours or so. Feel all amped up, but then But yeah. So last night, I was like, dude, I'm not taking 2 of these. I'm popping 3, and that's what I did, man. And to be honest, man, I got a lot, like I got sleep. I did. I actually did. I got some sleep. But let me tell you, man, when I woke up this morning, my brain felt like, a library with all the books checked out. I mean, I'm just like, it still feels that way. Like, you're probably looking at me like, dang, kid, like your eyes are bumped up. Like, what's going on? And it's not like I'm running around, going to my neighbors' houses, smoking, spliffarellas or whatever, I'm not doing that. I'm just tired, dude. But yeah, my brain just feels like I'm in the fog. Like, I don't know. I just woke up feeling dumb as hell, and I don't know. I was like, okay, I gotta do the podcast today. I got to. I asked my brain. I was like, brain, Brain, can you give me an idea this morning? Anything. Just give me some sort of an idea. And he was like, "Pah!" It said, "Look, dude, I checked out. I'm checking out, son. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So if it sounds like I'm not here today, it's because I'm foggy, man. I'm foggy. I feel like I just went on a four long, day bender or whatever. But yeah. And also I feel uncomfortable right now because I haven't done this in a while. So I feel like I just got rust just caked all over me, and I need someone to come by with a can of WD 40 or like a pitcher of it and just pour it on me and, you know, get me looby again instead of just, I feel like I'm moving like, so, um, so if it sounds like I'm not all here today or something like that, it's because of that, man. So, so forgive me if I'm a little stagnant for a moment. That melatonin really got into me, man. So, but but again, it's good to be here with all of you guys. And damn, dude, it's starting to heat up outside. I mean, it is. I mean, it's like God just meant to turn the thermostat on to cool, but then, click the button the wrong way or something like that. Cause, dude, it's hotter than the damn devil's anus out there. It is. I mean, you go out there right now, and I swear you'll come back inside with them half an eyebrow missing because the sun just scorched that sucker right off your face. You know? It's time to break out the damn water pistols and buckets or anything that'll keep you cool, dude. Anything. Throw a bag of ice on your back. A wet paper towel. Stick that underneath your hat. Anything. Run through I don't know, a sprinkler. Get a sprinkler. Remember the sprinklers? Remember running through the sprinklers growing up? God, I used to love that. Running through that thing, it and I'm talking about, and I mean a real sprinkler, not one of those cheap plastic sprinklers that when you turn it on, only 3 out of the 9 holes works on it. I'm not talking about one of those one of those sprinklers. I'm talking about a sprinkler that, when you turn it on, it has that, it'll blast your little brother's face right off his body. One of those that shoots like a damn machine gun. And then all of a sudden it just cranks back over. And, and you're just like, oh, God, I'm talking about one of those. One of those mamma jammas. You get hit with one of those at the wrong time, especially when the hose, especially when that thing is that thing's been melting in the sun for like a decade or something like that. Because when that hot water hits your skin, woo, man, it'll really make you think about where your life is going for a moment. But man, the hose, that green garden hose. Man, that hose during summertime, that was your best friend back in the day. Especially right now, because we're in the dog days of summer right now. That sort of thing. And growing up during summertime, dude, it's not like how it is today. All these kids are like, It's so hot outside. I'm gonna just go inside. I'm just gonna do that. And you're like, go inside? Whew, bitch, what are you talking about? Going inside. Dude, growing up, that was the number one rule. You stay outside. You know, inside, not an option. You know, you don't get to come inside until either, someone breaks their arm or and even then, even then, mom or dad, they'll be like, dude, go get a branch. Go get a branch, go get some duct tape, and go fix that thing. You're staying outside. That's your splint. So you're doing this number, you know, and you're just, it's so hot. Oh God, why? You only had like 4 options to be able to come inside. The sun going down, the street lights come on, your your leg gets amputated somehow, something like that, cuz you that's not an option. It's hot outside. Well, you know what? Go find a tree and go sit underneath that thing. At one point in time, living in El Paso, Texas, we lived on this one street, De La Sol, not De La Sol. What am I talking about? La Savita, right? And we were the only house that had a tree in the front yard. So every Saturday or Sunday, you'd wake up and you'd see, half the neighborhood sitting in our front yard, because since we had the only tree in the neighborhood, we could provide shade. And so you'd see everyone out there picnicking and doing that sort of thing out there. And that's just what it was. But it gets so hot out. You remember those days? It gets so hot outside that you wouldn't even, growing up, it gets so hot you wouldn't even be able to think straight. You ever get like that? It gets so hot, your body heats up so much you start losing your mind, that sort of thing. You're out there getting hit with Mother Nature's damn heat gun. The sun. And after a couple hours, your brain starts shutting down and you're like, I don't know what's going on. I understand, but I don't understand. Goes down to, it just goes into shutdown mode. You're like, no, and you try to come up with, you try to come up with a concept or an idea, or, and nothing makes sense, Even trying to form a damn sentence is so, it's just too difficult. You're like, I can fucking something. It's just everything's just hot, so hot, Even talking's hard. You're like, it's hot, so hot. Every time you try to talk, it just feels like you just drank a damn cup full of desert. You're like, and you start pointing at shit, that sort of thing. You begin seeing things, like your grandfather who's been like dead for like 12 years or something like that. You're like, Grandpa, where did you come from? And really it's just it's the mailbox. You're like, Grandpa. And the lid's just like, pa. And you're like, what? I don't understand. And right when you think life is just, your life is about over because you're just dying from the heat, you look around and and you see that freaking garden hose, that green, remember that old green garden hose? You see that thing laying in someone's yard, and you're like, glory, and you run over there, and you're just like, oh, I need it. I just need it. You don't even know who lives there. You're like, I don't fucking care. I don't care. You hold the holy grail of water, So you run over there and you turn that sucker on, and then you get hit with that scalding, that molted. You take that first swig of that molted water lava, that sort of thing, and you're just like, God, why? And at the same time, your lips are all getting burned off your face and everything. You catch a couple granddaddy long legs or a damn tarantula or something flying out of that thing, A centipede just comes, right down your dang, down your throat and everything. And you're just like, God, why did I? You're supposed to leave it, you got to leave it running for a couple seconds, get all the gnarly stuff out of that thing. But you're like, God, oh, why? Why did I do that? And then you go over to someone else's, the next day you go over to someone else's house, you turn that thing on and someone else does the same shit you did, but this time it's not a granddaddy long leg or a spider web or anything. It's just a couple old, your buddies out there swallowing a couple dirty cigarette butts, and you're like, how'd that get in there? And so now he's just gulping the old, those old gold butts and everything, or Marlboros and that sort of thing. And now you're looking over at Jason, and, Jason's just riding around on his bike now, with a Marlboro jacket on. He's just chain smoking when, remember you could put your cigarette butts, or your cigarettes, used to wrap them up in your sleeve right there, Joe Cool-esque, that sort of deal. And now he's out there pumping around on his 10-speed, complaining about his ex-wife and that sort of thing. And the thing is, this kid's only 7, shit like that, man. That hose water, that damn hot hose water, fuck, man, that dirty stuff, that dirty hose, what? I mean, it'll change you. It just will. But those were always the fun days, man. And I mean, and to be honest, man, I used to really look forward to these dog days of summer. Because all the stuff that you got to do, all the, because, not only did you, get to run through the sprinklers and go to the swimming pool and have water balloon fights and all that, but it was a time, and I don't know where you guys grew up or anything like that, but when it was blazing hot outside, in El Paso, the one person that would come to your rescue, the one person was the damn freaking traveling ice cream factory. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the ice cream truck. Woo, boy, you'd be out there sweating your skin off your own body, and out of nowhere you hear, and you're like, and you hear it from a mile away or something like that, and everyone drops what they're doing, everyone does, and they run to their home, so, and again, you can't, your mom doesn't let you inside. So you got to crawl through a window, or, maybe, sneak in, like ring the doorbell, get your mom to answer it, and you run around the house, to just get in there because you gotta distract her just for enough time for you to, you know, to you know to get out there and or to get inside to find some change, you know? Because you felt like the world was gonna end if you didn't get your damn ice cream sandwich. You remember those things, the ice cream sandwich, or one of those what do they call 'em, man? One of those bomb pops. Remember those things? You remember those things? They had like three different flavors on them. On one popsicle stick, you had like cherry and that raspberry and that strange white color that no one knew what it was. You're just like, well, okay, I don't care what it is. But you run into your house and you look everywhere for some change, anywhere that you thought change would be. You'd be flipping over the couch cushions, looking under your bed. You'd even check your mom's damn dirty ashtray, that sort of thing. And you're like, oh no, it's gonna go away. It's gonna go away. No, I hear it. It's coming. I hear it. So you run your piggy bank and and of course you don't have any money because you're just a scumbag for saving anything, you know. I mean, you don't save money, but your little brother does. So you steal some of his some of his change. You're out there. I mean, you're like, I gotta hurry, hurry, please. Don't I got so you gather up as much as that as you could, and you run back. You run back to your bikes, and everyone's just getting on their bikes, and you're just like, go, go, we gotta get that ice cream truck, go. So you're pedaling as fast as you can, and of course you always got one friend, dude, one friend that doesn't know how to ride a bike. So you put his little ass up on the handlebars, and you're just like, good, go, and you're just trying to hunt down. You hear it, you hear the music. You're just trying to hunt down this little sweet tooth trap truck, that sort of thing. Because you want that ice cream because it's hot. It's hot on these days, and you'd be pedaling your heart. You feel like your heart's about to just pop out of your own body, and you're like, we can do it. We gotta find the ice cream man, and you're just go. And the thing is, man, you're probably, this guy, he's like pedaling out, dishing out these, all this cream, this cold cream, that sort of thing. You're in search of this guy that's probably been doing meth or some other type of drug or something like that, you know? And the thing is, you never thought about that when you were a kid. You never, ever, ever thought that, that this guy, this stranger, that this dude that's dishing out this, all these little cold cornucopias, that sort of thing to all these kids. You never thought one time about this dude being a sketch ball, because the only thing that you thought about was your damn ice cream. And what's sketchier than a stranger riding around in some van, some van that's painted pink and white, And and at one point in time, my buddy said that he was sitting on a corner and the ice cream man came rolling around and he was like, so where are all the kids at? And you're like, huh? Say what? And he's like, yeah. I don't see any of the kids around. And you're like, wait a second here. He's like, I only sell to kids. And you're like, okay. That's a little weird. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to break into my own house so I can get inside. That sort of deal. But dude, that was the day. Those were the days, I should say, man. Sorry. God. Woo, boy. I'm telling you, man. Oh. Anyways, but yeah, man, those were the dog days of summer, man. You know, having that fucking cold cream. That was the best feeling when it was hot outside. You know. Yeah, I mean, God, so much fun. But yeah. Anyways, man, what else has been going on? Again, man, I've been, I took some time away. But what's been going on, man? Oh, this week, well, I sat down. I sat down and I watched that series, The Bear. Because a lot of people have been like, "Hey, man, have you seen it? Have you checked it out? Have you?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, I've seen a little of it and this and that, and man, it's not half bad, you know." I don't know the main guy in it, Michael. I don't know what his name is, but but I got to the third season, and I don't know. It's different. It's really different, and I don't know. I don't know what to really. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if this is. I mean it. I mean, I think it. It's the third season, in my opinion, is not as good as the other two. Um, it just it. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys or anything like that, um, but the acting has always been very. I mean, it's been phenomenal. Very good acting. The story's pretty good. And I'm sure you guys are like, dude, you're just now catching up to this, but yeah, you know, again, like I I don't really like watching series because the series that I do like, they end it so abruptly um that I don't get the end, man. Like they always end it like in the middle. And I know I've mentioned this before, but I don't know. Like they um I wish that if they knew that they were gonna not, make it anymore, then at least like speed it up enough to give us an ending. And I don't know. Like, dude, a lot of the movies, I like last week, I had a friend come over and we watched leg long or whatever it is, that new Psycho movie and all that sort of thing. And everyone's like, dude, um it's the new Psycho, or it's the new Dances with no, not Dances with Wolves. It's the new shit. What's that movie? Um, Helter Skelter or whatever it is. Dragon, Lord of the Dragon, or Hannibal. That's what I'm trying to think of. It's that. It's and Nicolas Cage is this weirdo and this psycho and this and that, and it wasn't the okay, all right, whatever. I mean, just everyone gave it so much praise that is just like, God bless it. Like, this movie better be, I mean, it better be stellar enough to I don't know. Like I hate when they do that. Everyone amps up movies, and then once you watch them, you're like, what was the fuss? Like, what was it? Why? You know, I don't get it. What was all the hoopla about? But um, I don't know. And the thing is, like, just like this upcoming week, and I'm sure they're gonna do it with this movie too. You know, like I'm sure everyone is excited to see the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie because that's coming out on Friday. You know, and I'm sure it'll do well at the theaters. I mean, that's a given. You got Hugh Jackman and you got Ryan Reynolds. And Deadpool, I'm sure, Wolverine's going to slice off Deadpool's arm 3 different ways from Sunday. We all kind of know that, you know. But, and the last two Deadpool movies did really well. And look, man, I know I'm all over the place. I'm getting off topic, and I get it. But, in my opinion, the first one was really fun to watch. The second one was okay. The fight scenes were fun and that sort of deal. And look, man, people go see those movies for special effects and the fight scenes, I mean, but really there's not really any plot. I mean, I guess there is a little bit, but I don't know, man. And look, and I know we need these movies, that sort of thing, but at the same time, um, we need these movies to take us out of our everyday lives. That's why we go to the movies. You know, and look, man, growing up, I loved reading comic books. I did, like, that's my thing. Like I used to draw comics all the time. And but then once it just got overloaded, like with just there were too many comic book movies. And then the next thing you know, they started coming out with the series. And if you didn't watch the series, then you went to go see the movie, then you're like kind of lost because they want you to see both of them. And it's just, I don't know, man. I hate Hollywood now. Like Hollywood was such an adventure, like back in the day, like because you didn't just have you know, one specific thing, I mean, come on, dude, you got Paul Rudd in I don't know. I feel like I'm just bitching, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It got all um convoluted. That's all. Like, yeah, I guess that's the right word. All of it got so convoluted. Like, hot damn, man, can we come out with something else other than a superhero movie? And thank God, like over the last year or so, there hasn't been anything. Like Disney hasn't produced anything like that. And in a way, it's like, man, maybe we'll get back. We'll get out of this, like, I don't know, this space that we're in. And again, man, I feel like I'm just complaining. It's because I'm so tired, to be honest with you. Um, but like, can we come out with some movies, like real movies? And I get, man, that Netflix is kind of like the new movies. Streaming is the thing. No one goes to the movies anymore, and that's the sad thing. You know, it sucks because now it just feels like we aren't. I don't know, man. Like I mean, there's a lot of things I'd like to say, and I wish I would have done the podcast last week, with old Donald. Old Donald's out there getting his ear blown off and that sort of thing. But man, can you imagine? Can you imagine if that kid actually like got to Donald. You know, just one, 2 more centimeters over to the left side or right, whatever side you got. I mean, if you're looking at it, you know, I guess if he's looking at you, it'd be his right side. But man, in a way, like I want to say, thank God he didn't get shot. And I'm not saying that because because it's Donald Trump, but I'm just saying thank God he didn't get shot because then it would have been, the story would have been like, okay, well, the Democrats shot him, you know, or like it would have just gone into so many scenarios, and then our country would have been like more divided than it is right now. Because it is, man. We're drawing the line in the sand on certain issues, and I mean, and look, man, I don't talk about politics on here all the time or anything like that, but dude, we got, puppeteering on one side, and then whatever you want to call the Republican side, on the other. But damn, dude, like he even I mean, there are so many people out there, like that just don't want to see this guy in the seat again, and it's like I don't know if you guys felt it or not, but like most businesses did better when he was in the seat. I mean, that's just what it is. Like those are the facts right there. But I don't know, man. Again, I'm sorry for even bringing it up. I guess it's just one of those things that I don't know, man. The New York Times, or New York, wait, was it the New York Times? I think it was. That one photo of him holding up his hand, and he's bleeding and all that sort of stuff, and like, dude, they photoshopped the flag out of that. Like, how? Why? Like, is it that bad for Trump to be standing in front of the flag? Bleeding from his ear? Like, oh my God, can you even imagine if Biden was up on the post, at the podium, and he's just, and he got shot, he'd be like, he'd probably continue to still talk because he didn't know that he got shot, and everyone would be like, oh my God, get down. And he'd be like, I don't know where. What do you mean? And they're like, Mr. President. And he's like, it's like the scene in The Jerk. The cans. Someone doesn't like these cans, that sort of deal. I just see that happening. He's like, I don't know where. And damn, half of his party, or more than half of his party, even Obama is telling him to step down. But, hell, I don't even know how I got onto that, man. I don't know. I'm sorry this episode's all over the place, guys. It just... Oh, man. I don't know. But the series, The Bear, was you should check it out. Check it out. What else has been going on? Oh, I sat down. Well, I didn't sit down. Walking the dog in the mornings and everything. I have been listening to Eminem's new album, and mixed feelings. I don't really know what to think about it. It feels like he kind of like had all these songs like already made. Like he made them like 5 years ago, and then he kind of like put it all together kind of quickly. Um, and don't get me wrong, man. Some of the songs are pretty good. Like it takes me back to Eminem, like in 2004, and that sort of thing. And most people will disagree with me, of course, but hey, whatever. That's just what it is. But I think his encore album, I mean, personally, I love that album. That album is so fun to listen to, and his banter about things is so fun, and and he tells some real life stuff in that. Um, but this album, you could tell that I don't know. I think it was just a little forced. I wish he would have taken like another 3 months to. I would like to hear what other tracks he was going to put on that album. You know. Um, but overall, okay. Like I'll continue to listen to it to see if something, you got to do that with albums sometimes. New albums that come out, people try new things and you're like, dude, I don't know if I like that. Like you know, I wish he would or they would go back to their old sound. And it's like, well, you can't always just depend on that sort of thing, man. You got to try something new. Got to. Um, but I don't know. This is just my opinion. It is then that's it's probably not a very good opinion, um but I don't know, man. I don't know. Um Again, sorry I'm all over the place. Yeah. Okay, on that note, I think I'm going to go take a nap, to be honest with you, or try to. Um just I mean it. I feel like I'm just fogging out, dude. That's all it is. Fogging out. Um, yeah. Anyways, okay. Um, it's we had a couple people that texted in and everything, and I'm gonna probably get to those next week instead of right now, where I'm more clear headed. Um, and we'll just go from there. But again, like I also said, we have a couple guests. We were supposed to have a guest come in um a couple weeks ago, but she had some family stuff come up. So we're trying to get guests in here. I swear to you we will. We do have a guest hopefully coming in on the first week of August. And uh he's a ex firefighter chief, and he's just an interesting cat, and so I'm looking forward to sitting down with him to see what he has to say about some things. Because at one point in time, I thought I wanted to be a firefighter, so so that's really interesting, I think. But we'll just see what happens. But um, but yeah. Anyways, on that note, I'm gonna roll out. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and yeah. All right. Um, Everyone, stay true to yourselves, and you know, have a good one. Okay. Take care.